My mom has taken guilt to the next level. I don't know if you've ever tried to get an appointment with my mother, but I tried to get an appointment so we could meet for a cup of coffee. And this had been going on for 6 months. I called her up and I said, Mom, we never get together. I want to get 15 minutes of your time. And she said, well, I really don't have that much time. But I nailed her down for a Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock at Starbucks. I said, I'll take 15 minutes of your time. Well, on that day, I had a family emergency, couldn't get a hold of my cell phone, and I had to miss the appointment. Well, apparently, she left me a message on my cell phone, and she was saying that I am the most irresponsible son. I will not be treated this way, and if I don't return her phone call, I'm gonna burn in the fires of hell. Well, the only thing that my mom didn't realize was she called someone else's cell phone. And apparently that guy got so scared that he called my mother back. And from what I hear, they met for a cup of coffee.
What I remember most about growing up at 5 Orsini Drive is, well, not the fights, but the apologies. Whenever you got into a fight with Mom, rather than coming and sitting down with you and having a nice conversation afterwards, what she would do is she would go to her computer or her typewriter and she'd write a 3-page, single-spaced manifesto, which was her apology to you. And through the years, I've always read all of them, in fact, I've even saved them all because I like to refer back and see see those apologies on paper. Let me give you an example. All right, like here's a nice one. It starts right off. Stephen, let me start by saying that I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you've decided to take my well-meaning words and twist them. And I'm very, very sorry that you decided to be so self. All right, well that's not a good example. I have a better one. Hold on. Okay. All right. Stephen, if you can't see that you're setting a horrible example to your children and turning your back on your faith every time you show up to church after the gospel or walk out after communion, then I'm sorry. All right, that's not a good example either. One moment. Oh, okay. Here's one. All right, this is a little wordy, but there's a nice apology mixed in here. Stephen, as a soldier of Christ, it's my responsibility to see that my children inherit a faith in God's almighty power. And it's my business to see that that happens. If I have to apologize for trying to impart some faith in my children, then I'm sorry. Well, maybe that's not the best example either, but the bottom line on this is that there's a whole heck of a lot of apologies here. And in 75 years, I guess you can build up quite a few of them. So my gift to you, Mom, is to say that your apology is accepted.